Cooper, I want a position and bearing. I want to be the move in 3 minutes.
On it, Sarge.
It starts off as being kind of almost like a TA training film. And then it develops into a chase, and then it develops into Zulu.
Some fantastic action sequences, some good dialogue, some good gags. You actually give a shit about these people.
I'm making a soldier movie with werewolves. I'm not making a werewolf movie with soldiers.
Spoon, Terry, you're on stag. Joe, for fuck's sake, get off your big fat lardy ass and make like a soldier.
It is about a bunch of British squaddies out on exercise in Scotland when they get attacked by a pack of werewolves, and they take refuge in a farmhouse, only to find out that the farmhouse belongs to the werewolves and the werewolves want in.
My character is the character Cooper, who at the start basically is being selected for special operations.
Nice try, Private Cooper.
Captain Ryan, who's Liam Cunningham, is this very sort of plummy kind of Englishman.
Take the weapon and use it.
And then he says basically, you know, now the final test is you need to shoot one of these dogs that have been chasing you.
Still won't do it.
You don't have a choice. Finish the job, shoot the dog.
Shoot it! No, sir!
What use are you to my team if you can't even kill a dog?
I didn't say I couldn't kill a dog, sir. I just will not kill that dog for no reason.
You'll bend, Cooper. I don't need a man of conscience.
You're failing me for this.
You failed yourself.
We're on a different level here, Cooper. For that, I need men of action. Not deeds.
No!
This guy is the penultimate villain. You will be astounded by this guy. He really makes you love to hate him.
So that's kind of Cooper at the start of the film, really. And so he's just a squaddie. He gets sent back to his normal squad. They go out on a mission. They don't know why. It's a training mission in Scotland. They don't know why they're going out.
Right then, time sync.
My character is Sergeant Harry G. Wells.
I've got 0730 coming up in 3, 2, 1, check.
Bollocks, I don't believe this.
What is it now with the spoon?
Let me watch at the barracks, Sarge.
I take a breather every once in a while, son. You live longer.
Yeah, Harry Wells, who's sort of kind of salt of the earth, experienced soldier. The only guy out of his squad that's actually seen combat about 3 times. And they're on basically he's a sergeant in command of this platoon squad, and they're sent on an exercise against a kind of special services operation. There's been spooky stories about people disappearing, sort of urban myths.
It's true. Just last month, a young couple were hiking through these woods. They set up camp somewhere near here. During the night, something happened. Mountain rescue team found the remains of the camp a couple of days later. The tent was ripped to shreds and there was blood everywhere. The paper said it was a monster like the Beast of Bodmin Moor. Locals claimed it was an escaped lunatic. But no one's been caught, so nothing could be proved either way. Every year, more and more people come through here. Every once in a while, they don't come back. No trace, no bodies, just disappear and never seen again.
Special Weapons Division have given him authorization to use these boys as bait to attract whatever animal is attacking backpackers and various individuals and tearing them asunder. So the military side of things, they would like to adopt this animal as a possible aggressor. Contact camp. Tell them the flock is heading for the fold.
The villain Ryan, who is like the complete dark side of Sergeant Wells. I mean, he's kind of like Cancer Man out of X-Files in the sense that he knows all the secrets. He's been there. There's nothing will surprise him. And he's just plain malicious. he will take it to every possible level. You know, he will go all the way to get what he wants. And he's arrogant and selfish and cruel.
We either stay and snuff it, or we all go and snuff it.
Decisions, decisions.
Laugh. And nearly died.
He's one of those guys you love to hate, you know. He's probably not the best friend to have in the world if you're out for a good time, but if you're in trouble, he'd probably be a bit of help to you. But no, loyalty wouldn't be his his middle name, to say the least.
Anyone not carrying live rounds had better do so.
Bruce.
It won't make any difference. They won't die.
Yeah, well, this gives me better peace of mind, sir.
You want peace of mind? Run for your lives before they tear your legs from under you.
Now you just shut up like a good gentleman. You are scaring my lads.
Basically, he's their mother, their father. He's whatever he says, whatever he barks, they obey, basically. So under great sort of stressful situations and things like that, that's exactly what you kind of need. You need someone who is confident and sure-footed. And, but I mean, if you've seen any kind of documentary or anything like that, it's always the sergeants that really are the people that get the men to go over the top and do these ridiculous acts of courage.
He has a genuine concern for his troops, I mean, they're his mates, I think he kind of says it himself. There is reason for existing, I suppose, are his men. And he has a genuine warmth and towards the livelihood and health of his men, where I was the complete other side of the coin. I was using them as meat. And even when push comes to shove, I mean, his brief is what's all important to him. I mean, he's a loveless, empty, humanless character. He's fabulous.
Captain Ryan is not one of our team.
His being here is hazy at best.
If I could tell you, I would. But I'm just a soldier.
I love playing guys like that. It's great fun. And basically, I mean, that's basically the difference between the two of them. I suppose we were at different sides of the same coin, really.
Yeah, Spoonie.
Oh, smart.
Because it's nice and new and shiny doesn't mean it's worth shit. Remember, I want that back, son.
What about you, Sarge?
Well, I'll count, won't I?
A picture like this, in choosing actors for it, is very difficult because in England there is a snobbery attached to a genre picture, and we've been incredibly lucky to get such a high caliber cast.
Sean Pertwee is one of my favorite actors and has been for a long, long time. Kevin McKidd was a wonder in Trainspotting, and we were very, very proud to get him. Liam Cunningham, who I was aware of but did not know his true ability, totally wowed me.
I wanted to get the best actors because I wanted the soldiers to be as authentic as possible. And if they became real, then the fantastical element of the werewolves becomes more real because of it. We make that foundation of reality and the grittiness and the drama, and then add the fantasy level on top of it, so you can't sort of shatter it so easily. If the soldiers aren't real, then you've got nothing to build on.
And Neil very cleverly said, look, I'm making a soldier movie with werewolves. I'm not making a werewolf movie with soldiers.
I read it and I just thought, this is actually really quite good, you know what I mean? There's some fantastic action sequences, some good dialogue.
We basically started pulling out the Bruce Willis lines.
Some good gags. You actually give a shit about these people, because I mean, most horror films, it's like they're just total kind of cannon fodder, really.
Well then, Bruce, what scares you?
The self-destructive nature of the human condition.
Just taking a piss now.
What do you think, sir?
How about you then, Spoon?
Castration.
Yeah. There's no argument there. Joe?
Only one thing guaranteed to put the shits at me. A penalty shootout.
Figures. Teddy?
Watching a penalty shootout with Joe.
My father asked me what this film was about, and I said, well, it's a bit like Zulu, Dad, you know. It's a lot of soldiers up against, not Zulus, but werewolves, and it's their relationship, it's their camaraderie, it's their looking after one another, and how that gets broken down by this incessant attack that takes place on this house at night.
You know what this reminds me of? Rorke's Drift. 100 men of Harlech making a desperate stand against 10,000 Zulu warriors. Outnumbered, surrounded, staring death in the face, not flinching for a moment. Balls of British steel. You're bloody loving this, aren't you?
The fact of the matter is, there's an enemy, and once the guys get over the fact that they're these big things, whatever they are, they're basically just the enemy. And like I said, it's like Rorke's Drift. It's just kill them.
When these guys start being heroes, it's because they don't want to be decapitated. Not because, you know, it's not a case of, okay, boys, let's switch on to heroism. You know, it's purely survival stuff. You know.
Target! Covering fire! Covering fire!
When we see these beasts, we're kind of going, what? It's not a case of, oh, they're upon us.
It's soldiers versus werewolves.
Don't stare back.
I can't help it.
Go!
That puts a kibosh on that plan.
That was my car!
I had an idea for the werewolves from the very beginning. I had some rough sketches done, and we needed to find the right person to do them, and Bob Keane was keen as mustard, as he always is.
Well, I think the first thing was to have a look at everybody else's werewolves and say what we liked and what we didn't like, and then to try and come up with something that was unique for the picture, but it was also in keeping with the script, and rethink and try not to redo what everybody else had done, but still come up with something that's recognisable instantly as a werewolf.
The problem I have with CGI, I believe Hollywood is overdoing CGI at the time, in that when you see a horror film or any film with a tremendous amount of CGI, instead of being involved in the story, you're wowed by the effects. And rather than saying, oh my gosh, I'm scared, you're saying, wow, that looks great. And it takes you out of the story and away from the character. And truly what you should be doing is feeling for the character, knowing what he's going through, and putting yourself into the movie. And with CGI, it's hard to do that.
American Werewolf in London, fantastic film, best transformation sequence ever. Naff Werewolf, it's a dog.
Action! That was my car!
Somebody needs a hand here!
Whereas The Howling, which again, love the film, great werewolves, but you hardly see them. They're the best werewolves, but you hardly see them at all. So I wanted to do a combination of getting werewolves that I imagined, which are like very, very hyper-real hybrid of humans and wolves and like 7-foot-tall monsters, and make the best werewolf movie ever.
We kind of pulled the chest and the rib cage forward like a whippet. Didn't want to do a great huge muscle suit with great bulging biceps and what have you, so we left the arms, the upper arms anyway, as pretty close to human as possible. Built up the forearms, built up the hands to give it a kind of more comic book kind of look. Yeah. And the same goes for the legs. Particularly when they wear the leg extensions, they tend to have slimmer upper legs and then fatten out towards the bottom. It kind of gives them quite a stylised look.
The stilt itself, as you can see by the shoe, stilt extends from the normal ankle point down. It's incredibly uncomfortable. Your foot is locked in a pointed position. You can't move your ankle, you can't wiggle your toes. It's very, very painful, and cramps start setting in quite quickly. The guys have been wearing them for up to sort of 4 or 5 hours. Unfortunately, that's waiting to get on set. Actual work on set, an hour maybe.
Friggin' job.
Well done, guys. Yeah. The mechanical heads have 24 servos. The functions are the ears can go all the way forwards and all the way back. It has eyebrows, top and bottom, sort of squinting, eyes left and right, up and down. The whole front of the nose can lift up, the lips can snarl, and the jaw has full movement on it. So there's a lot going on.
This is a physical movie, you know. These guys have been wrestling them, kicking them, fighting them. You can't do that to CG, not in the same way, and the actors don't like it. We had a great moment when we first brought the werewolves on. The movie had been shooting for a few weeks before most of the werewolf stuff was here. And Kevin came out and said he wanted to look at the werewolf. He was shooting a scene inside the set. We was outside. And we showed him the animatronic and it all, and he went, oh wow, you know, that's really given me a boost. And he went back inside, knowing what he was supposed to be scared of. You can't do that with CG, you know. You can't say, oh well, over there's going to be a big tyrannosaur in a minute, you know. Well, not in a minute, in about 10 months' time, you know. But be scared of it.
I think latex wins over CGI on this particular movie because you can't have the slime, you can't have the blood, you can't have all the things that make this visceral and gripping and real. And if you could have it, you couldn't afford it.
Generally, it's a recipe for disaster when you've got a lot of testosterone and you're handing lovies guns. It's usually, it can turn belly up very quick and you can get a lot of egos and blah, blah, blah. But I mean, there wasn't a sniff of an ego.
You bollocks! I've had enough of your shite.
It was very much an ensemble piece and a character-driven piece. There was no silly bollocks and preeming and stampy feet and, you know, toys out of the pram routine. It was all, you know, right down the line and about the work, and we all kept each other very sharp.
I can't better it. I can't think of anything else that I've done so far that has had this level of sort of commitment and loyalty and, you know, and friendship, and, you know, and hopefully that comes across, you know.
You listen to me. I know you think it was a piss poor call, you failing selection and all of that, but I've got to say I'm not sorry. The squad would be a lot worse off without you, mate. Right then, ladies. Pack up your troubles, put your brains in first gear and start tabbing. Spoonie, you're on point. Terry, Joe, Silent Charlie's.
Now, I've never been on a film like that before, be like, what the hell, what are you saying, man? You know, worry about yourself. It was none of that.
Here we go. We're giving uniforms and guns, for God's sake. What do you think actors are going to do? They're going to go bang, bang, which we were doing quite a bit of. So there was loads of that fun, and we were all looking for, can we get more blanks? We want more blanks.
So say it under your breath, like, yeah, I'm just doing, you know, I'm doing a werewolf film. They go, what? You know, I'm doing a werewolf film. In the army, shoot guns. They go, fucking come on!
If 10% of the fun we were having while we were making it makes it onto the screen, this will be worthwhile seeing.
It's like Private Ryan with werewolves instead of Germans. It's like, it's that intense.